So, why can't narcissistic people sleep at night? Why do they struggle sleeping, having a peaceful night's sleep? No rest for the wicked, right? If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a clinically diagnosed narcissist, and welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. So welcome back, folks. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that initial lead-in line about no rest for the wicked. It was funny. It was funny to me. Y'all might not have laughed, but I know for me it was just like silliness coming out of my mouth when I said it. I knew when I said it, I was like, "This is silly. Don't say this." But I said it. I can't take it back now, can I? But that's what happens. So, why can't narcissistic people sleep at night? Why do they have trouble sleeping? Yes. Let me say this right now, y'all. Just because you have trouble sleeping at night does not make you a narcissist. Okay, now that we had that out the way, right? Just because you can't have a peaceful night's sleep does not mean you are a narcissist. It does not mean your partner is a narcissist, right? This is just me telling you, giving you a little perspective on as to why they might be struggling with having these types of conversations. They may be struggling, well, I'm not having the conversation, but why I may be struggling going to sleep at night. Yes, narcissistic, and this is me speaking because I've had trouble sleeping at night for a very long time as a narcissistic person. I actually talked to my therapist about this. I'm like, do I have insomnia? Like, what's going on? Why can't I sleep at night? Like, why? Of course I have kids. All my kids are different ages. I got, 3, 7, 3-year-old, 7-year-old, and a 16-year-old. 16-year-old be up in the middle of the night trying to eat snacks and stuff like that. It's summertime. 7-year-old wakes up having a bad dreams. 3-year-old wants to come out of her room, get into bed. Yeah, that contributes to my lack of sleep sometimes. But even on nights where they are not doing anything, when I have peace, I still can't sleep. I can't turn my mind off. It's just like I'm so worried about things not being complete. Like I feel like in my day, like I'm always thinking about people judging me right before I go to sleep. It's crazy. It's got instead of like being able to count sheep jumping over the fence. You know how people just like count some sheep jumping over the fence. It'll help you go to sleep. Instead of being able to do that, my mind automatically goes to like counting the amount of paranoia in my system, counting the paranoia, right? Counting the people I think throughout the day have looked at me and judged me or whatever. Like, what could I have done differently to not make that person judge me? What could I have done differently to make that person smile back at me and wave at me instead of just darting their eyes away? Like, what are they thinking about me? What are people saying about me? What could I have done differently throughout the day? Why can't it's always me not being able to finish the day off, having a complete day. I feel like a lot of narcissistic people have this incomplete feeling at the end of the day. They just do. It's just like we could have done more. Like we wasted time throughout the day. Like I could have done this instead of doing that. I should have done this instead of doing that. There's so many like subtle intricacies that go on in these spaces that contribute to narcissistic people doing this type of stuff, right? Like it's one of those things that they contribute to not being able to sleep at night. It's just like I cannot close my eyes. Like I close my eyes and I'll immediately start thinking about something that I did years ago. A lot of people ask me, do narcissists have regret? Do they ever have guilt or remorse? There's so many times that I get ready to go to sleep in situations that I should have felt guilty about years ago. They keep me up at night. Things that I've done wrong, people that I've done wrong, they pop into my head right when I'm about to go to sleep. It's like, again, it could be the no rest for the wicked or previously wicked. But it's one of those things that happens. It's like my mind refuses to shut off. It's just like the stuff, people say they sweep things under the rug. It's like, we just keep sweeping stuff under the rug. Just sweep stuff under the rug. Like, it's like if you sweep too much under the rug, right? The rug is not laying flat on the floor anymore. Like if you sweep too many things under the rug, like the rug is flat. If the rug was initially flat on the floor and you keep sweeping stuff under, like sweep, now the rug is like this, right? The rug is now like this. Like you can't sweep anything else off from under here. Like you can't. It's no longer flat. It's like this because there's so many things under the rug. So things are leaking out right now, right? Things are leaking out right now into real life. Things are leaking out into like the current state of things that I have going on right now. Things are like being distributed right now. You see what I'm saying? Like things that I forgot about are being released right now. I'm adding new things and other things are coming out. Like even though I'm adding good stuff, the bad stuff is boiling to the surface. Like, why did I say this to this person? Why did I cheat on this girl 17 years ago? You see what I'm saying? It's just like stuff like that. Dang, I messed up on a good person. Why did I say that to this person? Like arguments that I've had in high school, y'all. It's crazy. Things that I said to people in high school are coming back at, like fights that I had when I was in like 9th, 10th grade. Like I should have handled that situation differently. I can't believe I did that. And the narcissistic rage is coming out. Things that I absolutely regret are keeping me up at night. And it's tough to deal with. And that's the crazy thing about it is, and this is how it might be working with your narcissistic person, the narcissist in your life, things that they've done wrong in the past are haunting them at night, right? So they can't sleep at night. So guess what happens? They can't sleep at night. So they don't get a good night's sleep. So they wake up grumpy in the morning. So guess what? They ruin your day the next day. Because they didn't sleep at night because of things that might be on their mind from 10, 15, 20 years ago. They ruin your day the next day. A lot of y'all wonder, like, why did my partner wake up so angry this morning? You know, why did they wake up just treating me horribly in the morning? Because something they've done in the past might have kept them up and they didn't get a good night's sleep. So they're angry as hell. And then when they're angry, like narcissists don't like to just be the only angry one in the house. They don't like to be the only angry one in the office or the warehouse. They make everybody else around them miserable. They make everybody else around them miserable. Like if I have to feel angry, if I have to feel upset, if I have to feel sad, then you need to feel the same thing, right? You need to feel the exact same stuff. If I have to feel this way, then you have to feel this way, right? If I'm feeling angry, then you need to feel angry as well. So they just because they didn't sleep at night and they're blaming everybody else for their stuff and they still refuse to take accountability for stuff that they done a long time ago. They take it out on you in the morning. They take it out on the kids in the morning. They take it out on the coworkers, their employees, their friends, the family. Everybody else gets it. So it's because it's unresolved things that narcissistic people or that are kind of haunting us at night sometimes. And again, this doesn't just apply to narcissistic people. I know y'all could be feeling the same way, but this is like from other narcissists that I've spoken to. This is something similar that they said. Like when I was like in the moment. When they were being in the moment, when they said something cold and callous to somebody, they felt like all the emotions, they removed all their emotions in that moment when they were doing something horrible. But now those emotions are coming up now. Because narcissists do have emotions. I feel like everybody thinks narcissists don't have emotions. They do have emotions. They just don't express them very well and they bury them down. But when you bury stuff, right, not everything that's buried is going to stay buried. Some things are planted and they come out. Weeds grow. You see what I'm saying? Weeds grow. You think you're planting a beautiful rose bush and there's weeds. You know what I mean? It's a weed that's growing up, it's a weed that's growing up, taking the nutrients away from the blueberry bush or the apple or the tomato tree or whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? That's what happens all the time in these spaces. Like they can't sleep at night because they're being haunted by stuff, the remorse and the regret of the past. Well, Lee, how do you get to sleep at night? I'm still struggling. Yeah, I'm still struggling. I'm telling you, this is recent type of stuff I'm dealing with right now. This is not old-timey, old-fashioned stuff. This is stuff I'm dealing with right now. I'll be closing my eyes like, okay, I'm super tired. Why did I say that to that person so long ago? Oh, they deserved it. So now I'm having this conversation with myself, right? I'm having this internal battle with myself. Why did I do this to that person? Oh, they made me do it. Because this person no longer in my life. A lot of times, they're no longer in my life. They're no longer in my sphere of influence. I can't contact this person to apologize. I can't reach out to this person. You know, I haven't spoken to this person in 20 years. You know, so it's just like, how do I deal with it? How do I let it go? I have to process it. You have to go through it sometimes, you know, and eventually I'll fall asleep, but I'll wake back up again. You know, I'll start dreaming about it. It's just crazy how it can haunt you for so long. Something that you bury down deeply can haunt you. Now it's crazy how that can work right now in real life, as opposed to, you know, being able to just move past things efficiently. Like we deal with stuff, you know, we got to deal with stuff right now that it should have been gone a long time ago. It's tough, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's absolutely tough. It's extremely tough to deal with. It's one of those things, one of those processes that we have to go through. But yeah, like I have to go through it. I'm battling. Like I'm still blaming the other person for something I did to them. Why did I cheat on this girl 20 years ago? You see what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, they deserved it. They didn't show me love and affection. Oh, this other person fit me better. Why did I break up with this person? Oh, this other person, the grass was green on the other side of the fence, but it really wasn't. You know, I left this person. I ended up with a narcissistic woman. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm blaming myself for stuff. I'm blaming myself for stuff. It's not like just remorse and regret. It's me blaming myself for certain things and trying to get rid of the blame at night. And me trying to get rid of the blame is causing this internal turmoil that is not allowing me to go to sleep. It's wild, y'all. It's a wild mindset to have, especially at night when you're up like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Just like, oh my goodness, you know. So you try to occupy your space. You try to occupy your time by getting on Twitter or something like that. Y'all, if y'all saw me look down earlier, I literally went on my phone and deleted Twitter because like it keeps me. It's one of those things that contributes to keep me up. Narcissistic robot talking too fast. Slow down. Yeah. It's one of those things that contributes to keeping me up at night. Because in order to get my mind off of something, I start scrolling on Twitter and I go down a rabbit hole or something crazy. I'm just like, let me get rid of Twitter. If I need to tweet something, I can just put it it's on my other phone. I can go about it that way. But that's how we go about doing stuff right there, y'all. So this could be some of the reasons why your narcissistic partner is having trouble sleeping at night. But what can you do to help them? I'm not telling you to slide a melatonin in their drink, but sometimes you can just like, of course, there's a spectrum of narcissism, y'all. Not everybody's going to be as deeply embedded in the narcissistic personality as everybody else, right? So, of course, there can be varying perspectives on this and how to handle these situations. But sometimes you can talk to the person if they're not a super malignant, super abusive, extremely abusive narcissist. There's things that you can do to try to, alleviate the person, to try to allow yourself some space to heal and some space to grow and whatnot. Talk to the person like, hey, you can say, y'all know I got my kids book. If y'all don't know, my kids book is still out. You can say, hey, remember, it's not your fault. You were not in control. This is a kids book though, y'all. This is my kids book. So if you have kids that are dealing with toxic relationships, narcissism, remember, it's not your fault. It's available right now. You can also check out my support group, my courses as well. Yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, subscribe to this channel if you haven't. We're closing in on 500,000 people, which is insane. Right now, as of right now, my Facebook is still hacked. So if you follow me on Facebook and you getting messages from me, it's not from me, please. I'm working on it right now behind the scenes to get my Facebook back. But anyway, y'all, subscribe here right now. I just looked up, my camera battery is about to die. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Mental Illness is out. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I am extremely grateful for you. Have no idea. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Helps reach more people. And click on the screen to watch another video or to browse through another playlist. There's also a link on the screen to check out my courses and my support groups to help you heal and understand what you've been through. Thank you so much again. I will see you in the next video. Peace.